Hi, and welcome everyone. Welcome back today to another segment of the DB Bag Hub special talk time. I'm going to change the name because I don't even like the name anymore, y'all. This is really just a talk time that I have, and I'm so happy to have you all here. Hey, Sus. Welcome. Today we have another special, wonderful guest. I am so excited to have Miss Noble Strength, or better known as Miss Audrey. Welcome,
Hi,
welcome, welcome.
hi, Denise. How are you?
I am well today. Well. I'm excited too because I'm here for it. I'm really here for it. Each week I'm thoroughly excited with all of my special guests because I think you all have something that's just beautiful that you share, and I just want to get to know you a little bit better. So thank you for taking the opportunity and time today to come on in and chat with me for a little bit.
Great. I'm glad to be here. I feel comfortable and at home. Well, I am at home, but yeah, I feel really comfortable. So it's good to be here. I love our handbag community.
Yes. It is something that I have definitely embraced over the last, I guess really seriously, the last 4 years since I started really contributing to it. Because at first I was just a spectator. Let me just watch, be inspired. And then inspiration became being more so influenced because then I started like, oh, let me go get that too. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. Okay. So generally, my first question surrounds Dooney and Bourke. Do you recall the first Dooney and Bourke bag you purchased? Do you still have it? And what inspired you to purchase that bag?
Well, first of all, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat because I see these people popping in. So hello, and thank you, Denise, for allowing me to be on your platform and have this discussion about something that I really love. And to answer your questions, I do not have the first Dooney and Bourke bag that I thrifted, and I cannot even remember the style of the one that I thrifted. I began thrift shopping kind of passionately and fervently about 8 years ago, and I went crazy just getting by because I was like, I can't believe this gorgeous handbag that is so well made is only $2, and I was grabbing them up. And before you knew it, it just kind of got out of control. I mean, I was like running out of space for the bags. So that's kind of how I got into it. And then I became a reseller out of necessity because I was like, okay, I got to start getting rid of some of these bags.
Mhm.
That's just how passionate I am about bags because they're works of art to me.
Yes, I definitely agree with you on that. Um, I think over the years for me, just really diving into some of the other brands. Now I will window shop out of my mind. I have not gotten anything outside of Dooney and Burke, but when I look at other brands, say for instance, I think Kate is it Kate Spades? Yeah,
Yeah.
Kate Spades. And I forgot the other brand, but the way that they just create these other pieces like making a bag that looks like a lemon or making a bag that looks like a telephone. I think that is so cool. So I definitely am here with you about the art pieces. And a lot of people just they don't think of handbags that way. They truly don't. I do because I keep looking at them and I start to stare at it as if I am at the art gallery, looking at an art piece. So I do agree with you on that. Dee Bing, hey there. She said you sent her on a year-long hunt for two bags and she finally unboxed the second one. So that is awesome. I don't know which bag. You need to let us know which one it was. You said a
Yes,
year-long hunt.
please, D, let me know which two bags they were. I'd love to know. I might not even still have those bags. Who knows? But like I say, I cycle them in and out, but we influence each other. So I have
Yeah.
a lot of people out there that influence me. Says what is one of them. I think we're twinning on a few bags. But that's what I love about this community. You don't feel like you're the Lone Ranger in this,
Hmm.
you know, kind of obsession or passion for bags, if you will.
Yes. Not we don't use the word obsession over here. We're gonna
Okay.
say passion.
Right.
Because when we say obsession, then it looks like we have a problem. No, we don't.
That is true. You're right. I agree.
Dee Dee said that it's the red and denim banana bag. She got it last Christmas.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Yes, I think that's one of the bags that I thrifted, D, if I'm not mistaken. And I ended up actually gifting that bag to a friend of mine. So I do give away a lot of bags as well. So yeah, but
Hmm.
I did like that bag a lot. Yes.
And she says, and the Hayden Lion clutch. I
Oh,
think you
yes.
sold that one. Oh
Now I still
yeah.
have that one. So we're still twinning on that one, D.
Okay. Awesome. 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 All right. So what inspires or how does Dooney and Burke gravitate you towards purchasing or even looking at their bags, collecting their bags? What is it that you look at when you purchase a Dooney and Burke bag?
That's a good question, Denise. And I'm glad you asked that because I have one that I'm going to show you. So the when I first started thrifting, the all-weather leather bags were the ones that really caught my eye. You can
Hmm.
just see the quality of the bag. The leather is just gorgeous, and the fact
Hmm.
that it had that brass hardware and it was even stamped that said brass. All of
Yes.
those little details were catching my eye. The little medallions. So this is one that I thrifted. I can't remember how much I paid for this bag, Denise, but I know it was a minimal price for what it is really worth, in my opinion.
Hmm.
This is more of an equestrian, I guess, equestrian
Yeah.
style
Yeah.
bag. Yeah.
Yes, I love that silhouette. That's one that I need to find on the second hand, because I can recall just even looking at that bag, and it just brought back memories of having the catalog. And I circled that bag that I wanted to get. Probably everything that was within that equestrian collection. I wanted every bag, and that one definitely brings back some fond memories of just wishing. I wish I could get that bag. But I love the saddle crossbody. I love that bag.
Yes, it is a gorgeous bag. I love it. And this, when I first started out, I gravitated more towards the crossbody bags, just because I did a lot of thrift shopping and I wanted to be hands free. And then
Hmm.
I also used to gravitate towards smaller bags. And this one,
Yeah.
is good for fitting, a small size wallet and only your necessities. But I
Hmm.
noticed that the more I got into thrifting and buying bags, that my love of that particular style kind of changed. So now I kind of am open to different sizes and different styles of bags.
Yes. Yes. And when I think back, being a teenager was my first bag, and it was a crossbody. So I didn't know much of anything in regard to, I guess, what my style would be or what I would eventually gravitate towards, because I find it funny that I love crossbodies. I really truly love crossbodies. But once I started diving into what I needed at the time, like I needed a work bag. So then I gravitated towards totes. I didn't need a small tote, I needed a bigger tote. And then eventually started traveling. Well, let me try to get some items that I could travel with, because just having certain bags that I tried out, they were pretty good, but then eventually they broke. And
Right.
so, yeah, it's making me think. Your response is truly making me think about just how I've gone about collecting certain silhouettes. But I'm here with you. Crossbodies, I think that's the most that I have in my collection of handbags.
Mhm.
Crossbody, and I still want more.
Yeah. I find it interesting that you could remember bags from your younger times. I was not a bag person in my younger days, so I think that's awesome that I I can remember, a bag that my mother made me, I guess for
Hmm.
nostalgic reasons, and to this day, now that denim is coming back in style, it was a denim
Hmm.
bag that my mom made me out of some old jeans, and I'm like, man, I wish I still had that bag right now.
Yes.
But I
Yeah.
appreciate it like I do now. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
longevity of things and yeah, that nature of things. Yeah.
Okay. Sus says every time Audrey shows a bag, she starts a frenzy. I don't think she think it's just her.
Yeah, I think that's equally shared among us, because you start those frenzies too.
Yes,
Started
definitely.
a frenzy with me on it was a Patricia Nash bag and that she was gifted, and it had this woven detailing. I can't remember the name of that bag, Sus. If you remember, let me know. But I remember when I saw that bag, it was just gorgeous. It had studding and weaving, and I searched high and low. And you know what, Denise? Another bag that I searched high and low for. I think I got it on my shelf back here. It's a Dooney and Bourke um, tote, and it's called
Yeah.
the Murata tote. And it's just bright and colorful and artistic.
Hmm.
And do you know her name is Dooney Nisa? What is that? Oh my gosh, she's one of the top Dooney people.
Yes.
What is her name?
Pecan Beauty.
Yes, Pecan Tan Beauty. She featured.
Yes.
So between the two of them, they had me on the hunt for that one.
Yeah, and that's such a rare. They must have only put 10 of those bags out. The one that you were referencing, I don't know how to pronounce this one. I don't want to say it wrong. Is it Assyria, Akiria?
Yes, 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 that's the bag. That is it. I love it. It's a saddle type bag, but the detailing on it is amazing. It's impeccable.
Yes. And so you all having this other bag, this tote. I really, like I said, they must only put 10 bags out because you all are I often wonder, like, if it's you three that have, I think maybe four. I may have seen it on four different YouTubers channels, and I'm
Mhm.
thinking, okay, where the other people at? Because this is a bag that is just so rare. You really should show it, in my opinion. Or is it in someone's closet and they haven't carried it? I hope I can come across one of those. I'm hoping they can bring that particular collection back just for a brief moment during their 50th birthday or anniversary.
Yes,
I think that'll be so fun to have. But that, yeah, that's
I
a bag that y'all have definitely influenced me. I want it. It is almost like the Americana. The Americana bag or silhouette or collection is just wonderful. And I'm happy to have at least one piece. I wanted a weekender, but hey, I'm happy to have at least one piece from that particular collection. And it's all because of everybody that has it.
yeah. Do you have that like handy to show on camera now, the Americana?
I don't. I actually took it back in the house.
Oh, okay.
I showed it last week. I might be able to pull it up. I'm gonna try that while I ask you this next question.
Okay.
Ooh, and then I was doing something on this computer and everything just left. Okay, so what is or what has been your favorite collection um piece from Dooney and Bourke? I know we talked about just the tote that you have. What are some other not silhouettes, but other collections that you maybe have multiples in that, or you just really like that particular collection?
Okay. Well, I do not have multiples of any of my Dooney and Bourke bags. My collection I kind of narrowed down to a very small amount. But you and I, just so everybody in the chat knows, we did briefly talk before the live just to kind of get to know each other. And we talked about a particular style. And I think you know the one that I'm going to mention, the Art Deco.
Yes.
That is one that, once again, says what had me all in the streets looking for this bag. And I love it. It's so beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, it
Love
is.
the colors. And with me being an art teacher, I think that
Okay.
drawn to it because when I was in college, we did a lot of studies about the different periods within art and the art
Mm-hmm.
period of the 20s and everything, and the geometric designs and shapes, and I absolutely just had to have
Son says she plead the fifth.
it. I bet you.
And it's funny because I was waiting. I had been looking at the Art Deco when it dropped, and I kept waiting for someone else to be the first to actually put it out there. And it was Suz and it was you as well. And I said, okay, you all have the black. I want to try white because I don't have any. bags that has the white background or even a solid color white. And I said, oh my gosh, I actually had to hide it from myself because it is a beautiful art piece. I This bag or this collection, along with the Depenta collection, I can't stop looking at the bag because I see something that's just really different and beautiful. And I haven't carried this bag yet. I almost am to the point I might not carry it because I just want to look at it. It is such, and I have a black tote in the Art Deco. It's something about the white just pops, makes the colors pop a whole lot more. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful piece. I'm happy that they came out with this collection because, of course, for me, I know I was just like, well, can they bring back some of the other multicolor pieces that they've done in the past? But this one, hey, I don't even have a request. This particular Art Deco is just it. And I'm hoping that they bring some other silhouettes with it within this collection because it's just beautiful.
I
So,
Denise, before you move
mhm.
on, let's bag twin together on screen for a moment. Put your bag up again so they can see how gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful, guys? In the comments, it's so pretty.
Yes, it is. It really is. But I want to piggyback off of something you just said. You don't have multiples in your collection. And I noticed that you'll have like a beautiful piece and then you move on to something else that's beautiful. So, what is the strategy behind that? Why don't you have like multiples of a particular collection or silhouette?
That's a good question. I actually look at my bags as like me creating or curating a collection of bags. And I feel like I want them to be as distinctly different as possible as I'm collecting. And because I really do admire my bags. That's why I have them displayed on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I want each one to be highlighted. So I change them out. And so I don't look for any particular silhouette and just stick with a silhouette. Some people like to do that. Like I know a lot of people who collect only Alma bags from Louis Vuitton because they love
Mm-hmm.
the Alma bag. But I just like my thought process this. Somebody designed that bag. Somebody who's creative and artistic took time to draw and maybe make mistakes and redraw and come up with this design. And I just want to I don't know, support the artistry behind the making of the bag. And so that's
Yeah.
for just unique pieces. Yeah.
And it's because you're an art, you have art background.
Mhm.
So your mindset is to really, it's very eclectic to explore all instead of just one. And
Yeah.
I get that. I understand that. And I think I initially started out that way, but I realized why should I limit myself and I can have multiples in different colors. I think it's just fun because I love colors. I truly love colors. So I respect it. I like that. I love how you, even with how you store your items. I know you've done videos about that, and I intently looked at those videos to be inspired as to how I should really store my items from the SLGs to the bigger bags and so forth. And I'm hoping that I can get that space that I would like in order to display like that. Because to have an Art Deco bag and then have a solid color, then a vintage piece, that is just, it's like walking into a gallery. And I think that would be pretty, pretty cool.
I agree.
Wonderful.
100%. And the ladies in our community, I watch their videos and see how they display them. And Ivana, I'm sure Ivana from I think My Pursuit of Happiness,
Yes.
she
Yes.
she displays her so well. She has a nice closet space. I love
Mm-hmm.
seeing how each lady displays and presents their bags. Everybody's so unique in their own way, and go
Yes.
a different way. And I appreciate all the different ways.
And it's a beautiful thing because I just never knew this world existed. Like you go in the department stores and you see people perusing and looking for a bag and then making a purchase. And then who really thinks about anything like that afterwards? And I think once I started becoming more or diving more into being a YouTuber and posting, and now I see things, and that's where my focus is kind of going towards. And it's just like this is a serious world. It's not based on like the most expensive bags. Like it's not just a world of Birkin and Louis Vuitton. You do have other brands out there, and I'm seeing, I'm like, wow, this is just so, and it's not just about females or women having these bags. It's for everyone. It's not limited, and it's just an awesome space to just really venture into and see and experience.
Yes. And I also want to add to Denise, because I forgot to mention this, that when I'm looking for it, not only do I look at like the design, but I think about the utilitarian aspect of the bag, how it's going to
Mm-hmm.
serve me in my, day-to-day life. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at a bag and I'm like, immediately think of what I can wear it with. You know what I mean? Because I'm all about styling things. So
Yes.
would go with something I already have, or oh, this would be great to wear this function or this outing, And I think
Mm-hmm.
women or people in general think about situations that we could carry this in, business,
Mm-hmm.
at a concert, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why crossbodies, they really came into play for when I went to the store or when I went on vacation. So it was important for me to have that, and that's the way that I shopped for them. So if I wore multiple colors, does this particular silhouette work with me? And even like me thinking about that, I don't have a drawstring crossbody because I don't think that really works for me. I need something that's kind of flat in the crossbody, not too bulky, not too big, but something that's the right size according to my build and my need. And you never know that you're just thinking about it like that. And you're not the only one. It's like this is a serious situation when it comes down to collecting or picking out a specific piece when it comes down to the handbag. So it's pretty cool.
I
Pretty
agree.
cool. All right. So aside from Dooney and Bourke, because I could talk about Dooney and Bourke all day long, what are some other brands that you tapped into that you definitely have a liking for or a love for?
Okay, so earlier you mentioned about novelty bags and how Kate, you appreciated the designs of the Kate Spade novelty bags. So I have a couple that I was going to share with you guys, that sent me on a frenzy and a search. Sometimes, and this is the thing, when you're looking for bags, sometimes you got to be patient, right? Because you don't always learn about the bag when it's first released. And then when time goes on, that bag is no longer on the site. So then you got to search the
Yeah.
resale market, and then not everybody's, selling those. So this is one that it took years for me to get. I saw this
It's beautiful.
YouTube. It's a Kate Spade pineapple bag. And I love it because it is functional. A lot of people think that these bags are not functional, but they are
Yeah.
functional. And I just think they're so cute and they make a statement. And I like
Yes.
when I'm wearing my fashion. So yeah, this was one that I had to get. Um, Another one is this little Chinese takeout box bag. I just thought that was too adorable with the little charm and everything.
Yeah.
That I had to hunt for too. And she passed away. So
Yes.
they went up in value and skyrocketed. So you're paying more, than they were at original resale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But those are
Wow.
that I really, really love.
Yeah, because I've been looking at some Kate Spade bags, and I know there's some that I probably would like to add to my collection. My theme for this year is to do something different for myself in regard to a lot of different aspects of life. Because I do become a stickler for a brand. If I like it, I'm sticking with it. I'm not willing to try because I don't, or try other brands because I don't want to be disappointed. But through this handbag community and just the assortment of options out there, I said, well, let me dive into and see if there's something that I would actually like to add to my collection. So there are a couple of pieces from Kate Spade, and I want to say, what is the other? And I have the designer's head or picture in my head. I cannot remember her name. Um, but yeah, I'm diving into that. There's a Coach piece that I'm looking at. It's a little small crossbody. that I'm looking into, and I think it would be fun for me to add and maybe start a collection in that way. I don't think I'll get the other pieces from Coach. I'm just not willing to do that. But the crossbody that I'm really like just loving, yeah, I think that's going to be a part of my life soon.
Yeah, I think that's good, Denise. I think if you're going to venture away from Dooney, Coach is definitely the way to go, because that was the second brand that I really got into when I started thrifting bags. It was all just Dooney and Coach, nothing else. Dooney and Coach. And so I think that's a good, if you don't deviate, Coach is a great one because they represent longevity, timeless pieces that you're going to have for years and years, especially if you're wanting to pass them on to a niece or someone like that. I think
Yeah.
really, really great.
Okay. Well, y'all stay tuned because I'm just trying to figure out when I'm gonna just go ahead and dive on in and purchase it. I'm excited about it because I can't believe that I'm actually gonna do that. I'm considering it. But that's fun. Um, let's see. I'm looking in the chat. Hey, Anita's favorite. Didi Bean says she has the strawberry one. I'm assuming like the pineapple, she has the strawberry one.
Oh,
That
awesome.
pineapple is just gorgeous. I don't know what to say. What do you pair up with that? What outfits? What occasions have you carried that bag?
Now, that particular pineapple bag, I plan on taking to Curacao because my husband and I are going on a trip. His mother's turning 90, and for her 90th birthday, the children are surprising her with this trip. So she's always been wanting to take a family trip to some kind of tropical place. So I'm gonna carry that for the first time. I've only styled it, in my videos. I haven't actually worn it out anywhere yet, but I will be carrying it in Curacao when I'm in my own house. Like
Right.
a dress or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. Suz says Dooney math gets in the way and prevents another brand purchase for me. And I think that's what it is. It truly is that. And it's funny that you say that, Suz, because as I was looking, okay, I've been to the Coach outlet stores before, but I did not know. I don't know what was going on with me last week. I looked at the tag and I was like, that's not it. That's not my life. But I realized that's just a retail. They didn't necessarily put the sale price on the tag. So I was like, oh, wow. Because I automatically just canceled it out based on the retail part of it. Then I went online and I said, well, why wasn't this price in the outlet store? So I had to figure that part out for myself. But at the same time, I'm still comparing it to, okay, the size. It's just like with anything. How much can I get for that particular size? Is it worth it? Should I pay that for that little bag? Because I can buy a bigger bag and be a whole lot happier. So yeah, you definitely have to do your math with it. But I agree with you on that. That's just how I am as well. The sales are like more fluent for me with Dooney and Bourke. I don't know for other brands. Do they give coupons? I'm wondering what are some additional discounts. So that's something that I have to learn and find out. Now, Audrey. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just agreeing and piggybacking with both of you. I said that's a good point, Sus, because you're right. They do have really great deals on those quality bags. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, you talked about thrifting. What got you into that?
I guess I would have to say my mom. Now, if you talk to my mom, she will say, when I used to try to get you to go thrifting, you would want to thrift. You would just, turn your nose up at it and, kind of snub your nose up at it.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a teenager, you're wanting to keep up with the latest thing that everybody
Yeah.
the new things. You're like, Mom, I don't want to go to the thrift store. I want to get da da da. So I think everything comes back full circle. Then now
Mm-hmm.
I'm working. I'm being more mindful about my money, trying to live within my budget, and then being a school teacher, an art teacher, and dirtying up clothes. I'm like, you know what? This doesn't make sense to ruin my clothes that I'm paying all this money for and get paint all over it, even if I'm wearing an apron or whatever. I was like, I'm gonna start thrifting and I'll look stylish. And then if something happens to the clothes, I don't have to worry about it. So yeah, I guess it's a combination of my mom and then necessity to get.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And that's the thing that I've gone to thrift stores when I was younger. And like you just said, I was with my grandmother and I was like, can we hurry up and leave? Because I'm really wanting you to go buy me some animal crackers. I don't want to be in here. And so but I did watch, I did observe. I'm a very observant person. So I have fond memories of going to these different shops and whatnot. I have an aunt and a cousin. They are big thrifters. My cousin is younger than I am. And I tell you, the pieces that she's found, if with her clothes and things that she's put together, I'm like, I can't believe that is even in your DNA. And it just so happened, like you and I, she's a Gemini. We share the same birthday. So that's something that I admire in her. And then my aunt, she loves to thrift. And it's just like, oh my goodness. I have gone into different stores and I walk right out because I'm like, I don't see anything. If it doesn't catch my eye quickly, I'm not there for it. I'm not really willing to take the time to just go and dig. But I'm gonna challenge myself. We recently have a new store that just opened up. I think yesterday they did the ribbon cutting, and I said, well, maybe I should try and go over here and see if they have something that catches my eye. But believe me, I can't do it.
Well, you know,
I cannot do it.
I think that kind of helped me, Denise, is I do credit my mom, and I also credit the necessity of wanting to, live within a budget. But I also have to credit a friend of mine. She was also an art teacher, and she told me that's what she did. And I said, but it overwhelms me when I go in there. Like you said, I can't find anything. And she's like,
Mm-hmm.
to take your time, pace yourself, and go on a day when you can do it leisurely and not be like trying to squeeze it in between where here,
Okay.
but go on a day when you know you have about 3 hours to just waste and just go through the clothes individually. She like, because you never know what you're going to find. So she said, how about we do this? How about we go together? So
Okay.
like she weaned me into it, and it became fun doing it with a friend first off, and then I got comfortable to go on my own and do it myself. So maybe start,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm,
go with,
I'm gonna try that. I'm
or your,
gonna try that. I don't think I can go with my aunt though, because she'll be in there for hours, and I'm just like, girl, it's time for us to go.
yeah.
Or I can't ride with her. I'm gonna have to be like, look, I'm gone.
But you know what, Denise, I have to share this with you too. Um, this is a brand that I learned about from thrift shopping. Now, there's a little bleaching over here because there was a stain on it. I was trying to get it out. But this is what we call, this is a vintage John Romaine bag. This bag is from 1969. So this bag is older than me by a
Oh
couple.
wow.
And the fact that it has stood the test of time, and it's like an equestrian style bag. It's got some
Yes.
in it.
Got the turn lock.
Yes, I love it. And these are bags that if you find them, snatch them up because they are coveted in the handbag community. And
Hmm.
you can find them at really good deals, like at flea markets and things like that. So if you find one, just go ahead and snatch it up, even if it looks like it's not in the best of condition. Somebody out there,
Hmm.
especially if you're a reseller.
That is awesome. I don't think I've come across a bag that is that age, and it has aged so well.
Yes,
Some that person that had it must didn't carry it. They had it in the back of their closet.
yeah.
That is a nice bag, and it's up to date. It's not something that looks off-putting. It's really current.
And
Hmm.
I have another one, a John Romaine. I only have two now. I used to have about five of them, but I gave some away as gifts. But here's another one. This is the straw one.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a story behind this because I bought it. It's a little dusty because I had it up on the shelf. But I bought it at a antique store. And it was, you know how people have their own little booths at antique stores? And the owner of that booth happened to be there that day when I was looking at the bag. And she says, this used to be my mother's bag. And she loved handbags. She was just a handbag fanatic. And, but I'm not into handbags. I don't have any use for it. I was like, I love handbags. She's like, so she said, I feel great that it's going to someone who has the love and passion for bags that my mom had. So I can't let it go. I gotta hang on to that one.
Yeah, that's a beautiful bag, and that's a and you continue to carry the spirit that the previous owner had, and that's really really good. And that's good to even hear stories like that. Technically, you might hear that once you like have something that's passed on from your grandparent, aunt, uncle, whomever, family member. But to hear that story, that warms the heart. Like, okay, I'm gonna continue the legacy of this bag. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. All right. So you are an art teacher. How long have you been teaching art?
17 years. I'm
Oh
a
wow.
boomer. This is like a third career for me. So
Okay.
had I gotten into teaching right out of college, I would have been retired by now. But hey, God has his way of doing things. And I kind of dabbled into some other things. But ultimately, I'm where I need to be. I like teaching. I like imparting my love of the arts to the younger generation.
Okay. Awesome. What grade do you teach?
Well, I taught high school for 9 years, but now I'm currently teaching elementary students, and they're adorable. I love the kids so
I
much.
know. I know they are. That just brings me back to that's why I love having the guests. I'm always reflecting on my childhood. I got the art award in the 6th grade. Hadn't gotten one since. But I loved art in elementary school. My art teacher was a beautiful woman that really invested in the kids, and she still left a very impressionable part with me. And I guess now, just thinking about it, it definitely has spilled over to other elements of things. So I definitely have a great, huge appreciation for art, and I think I still have some of those pieces with me. Yeah, I haven't thrown those things away. I don't know. As a child, I always just wanted to keep things in my mind. I thought, oh, when I get older, what will I see in these things now? Um, from a child's perspective, I have my first poem that I ever wrote, my little short story that I ever wrote, and I look back at it. I'm like, girl, what was wrong with your little brain? But it's fun to see that. So that's good that you are there and have a love for teaching, because I guarantee you these kids will come back later on if they haven't already, and share their appreciation for you and their life at that time. So that's pretty cool. Art teacher. Yes, I love it.
And I think
Um,
that you remember that teacher and her impact. That's so amazing. That's great. And I'd love to see that artwork that you did.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it. I know we did a silhouette, and I think I threw that away. And I think about that all the time, like, wow, if I had the little silhouette of my little head when I was a kid versus now, like that'll piece be so cool to have. Because even with my niece and nephew, I keep a lot of their things as they've grown up. Now they're teenagers, and my idea for them is when they graduate high school, I'm bringing all of these things back to show how they have grown. And especially having these conversations with them about their favorite teachers. I can name every teacher that I've ever had and whatever they left, the impression that they left with me. And it's just, I don't know, I like to play with my brain and do that. I think that's like an exercise game for me. But it's fun to do that. It's really fun. Really fun. Those sneakers are student painted. Let's see. Those sneakers your student painted is such a wonderful gift to you, Audrey. Yes,
Yes. So
very much.
and I will hold on to those forever and ever because you're right. So that means a lot. That's like the rewards that you get from teaching, and believe it or not, I paid her to decorate those shoes. That was when I was teaching high school, and I was wanting to instill in them that you can actually make a living doing what you love or using your passions and
Mhm.
gifts. It can be profitable for you. It doesn't have to just be a hobby. So I paid her for those. It wasn't a lot. It was like maybe $40, but hey, I have them, and I was glad I was able to sow that seed in her. And we still
Yes.
via Facebook.
Okay. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. what do you think you want to do once you retire? It's not too you're closer to it than further being further away.
Yeah,
Any thought?
that is a good question. To be honest with you, I just want to stay active. I want to be doing something creative. I want to be doing something in the community, giving back in some way. I just don't want to be idle. But I want to
Yeah.
travel. You know, that type of, who doesn't want to travel when they retire? You know, do it while you're not retired, but also continue to do it once you are retired. So yeah.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Um, Before we did this live, we talked a little bit and found some things that we have in common, some areas that we've lived in. And you are originally from Memphis. What is an iconic piece or area or just something iconic that you just love about Memphis?
Oh, that's a good question. I have so many good memories about downtown Memphis, and I just am keeping it general about downtown because my mother and I would. I loved when we would, even though we had a car. She's like, "Let's take the bus. That way we don't have to worry about parking the car and go down
Yeah.
shopping." And there was this store called Goldsmiths, which would be
Yeah.
to Dillard's, you know, today or Macy's or something. It's just like the department store to go to. So we catch the bus, we go down to Goldsmiths, and we go shopping because mom loves catching a sale. And she knew that you would get the best quality clothes if you went to the best department store when they had their sales. And that's
Hmm.
would go shopping. So I always looked nice and dressed nice because my mom knew quality, but she also knew how to get a deal. So I guess she instilled that in me, but those just remain with me. And I guess that's why I'm a shopper to this day.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
downtown Memphis is full of stores and just, you know, all different kind of historic buildings and things like that
Hmm.
on the river, not too far from, you know, the river. So we would eat while we were down there. Just really nice.
Okay, awesome. And when you go back, you got to hit up my friend there. If you like cupcakes or not, you still need to go hit them up.
Okay.
Cupcake Cutie. They're down. I forgot what street they're on. I don't think they're on Madison, but Cupcake Cutie. They're down there downtown. They've been down there for a number of years, a few years. I love them to death. I love cupcakes, and I always get the buttercream icing on a butter cake. I think that's what it is that I get. So yeah, one of those
Okay.
places for me that's iconic.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be heading to Memphis July 6th, flying in to go visit mom. So I'm definitely going to put that on my list.
Yes, Cupcake Cutie. Ask for Robert.
Okay, I will. Yeah.
All right.
Jackson, which is where my husband is from, Jackson, Mississippi. So, and like I said to you last night, we go there pretty often. So, what are some places you recommend there?
Whew. Oh my goodness. It's so much that has to go into that. I think right now one of the Fondren is a really nice area. They definitely revitalized that area. So it's a lot that's there. They recently opened a new restaurant that I just saw earlier today. I said, "Oh wow, I need to go check that one out." But the Fondren area is really really nice. The district, which is off of 55, they have Sal and Mookie's if you like pizzeria. They have Eudora, which is a nice eclectic restaurant to go to. And then we have our fixtures. One that's probably not the healthiest of places to go to, but has been a place that's been around for the longest. And let me see, Big Apple Inn, that's the name. They sell the Smokies. And think it's pig ears. I never knew anything about people eating that, but apparently that's a wonderful thing that people like to eat. I haven't tried it. It does not look like that's something I want, but their smokies are pretty good. They're smoked little sandwiches. So we do have a lot of different places eating wise. If you have children, young children, take them to the Children's Museum. That is my favorite place, the Mississippi Children's Museum. It has been ranked the let's see number 3 of children museums in the country. I believe that's what it is. They are wonderful. I love the place. I would take my niece and nephew there, my cousins, younger cousins, and stay there for hours. So you have young children, that's one of the places that I always recommend to any and everybody. Just go and relax and let them have fun being children,
Yeah.
playing. Um, but there are a couple of other places we could talk about that all day long. All day. But I truly, truly love the different places. And with any place where you live, you definitely have to discover some of the unknowns of places too, where they're probably even better than the places that you really know a lot about. And I love to dive into that and find those and discover it. That's why YouTubers, when they cover going to different cities and finding those treasures, I think that's really fun. I would love to bring that to my channel, but I don't travel a lot to do that.
I think that's a good idea, and I agree with you because I do like to travel and I like to venture out. Just in the area that I live in, we have little surrounding towns. Um,
Hmm.
I like to go and check out their thrift stores because their thrift, a lot of times they don't have the big, well-known thrift stores like Goodwill and Salvation.
Yeah.
They have just these little kind of mom and pop thrift stores, and
Hmm. Hmm.
even better deals there. So I definitely
Yeah.
try those out.
And that's what I'm looking forward to with this new thrift store, because it's not a big business. It's pretty small, but some of the pictures that they've shown, I'm like, this might be something to just go into, and it may not necessarily be me going in there for a handbag, because that's usually what my mind is. Let me find something, a Dooney. Let me look up and find a vintage Dooney. But they have some other pieces, just the furniture and things of that nature, that I'm thinking about really diving into there. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. I don't know, thrifting, just who knows? I might really get into it.
Yeah,
It might be time in my life to really tap into it.
I hear that quite often. A lot of people don't want to go thrifting because they can't stand the idea of wearing something that someone else had. And then there's some people, they get into the spiritual side and be like, you don't know what you're bringing into your home or whatever. And hey, everybody has their own thing. I don't knock anybody, but I say this: you can wash things and you can pray over things. So
Yes, and burn some sage if you need to, because you don't need. That's just. But you, in my brain, you got to think about even the people who made it. You don't think about that part. I mean, that's the same thing that exists there. So, all right. Hey, Sunflowerish. She
hi.
said, what place you like to visit on your bucket list? Do you have a bucket list of places that you would like to visit?
Definitely, and I'm crossing my fingers that this will come to fruition. Well, it's in the works, but I grew up with parents and people who say, Lord willing, you know what I mean? Lord willing. You can make plans, but sometimes the plans don't.
Yeah.
But I am planning to go to Greece because I've always wanted to go to Greece, and that's my bucket list, to go to Greece and go particularly to Athens, Greece. So I can
Okay.
the Parthenon. I've been to Rome,
Yes.
Pantheon, so I want to go to Greece. I love ancient things. I love, being feeling like you're in a place where just wonderful things were buzzing and happening thousands of years before you were even born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's awesome. My thought process regarding traveling, and I've shared this before, I don't like to fly. I have flown, but I don't like to fly. And I don't like bodies of water because I don't swim. I don't think it's really going to matter too much if something happens. It could. But I prefer to be in control and drive. So my thought is I really would love to explore just the United States. United States has some very beautiful places, and I want to go and explore more so those places on, or those states on the western side of the United States. Last year, this time, I was in Vegas and we went to Arizona to the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
A picture is 1,000 words, but seeing it in person, it was just so humbling the energy that was there was just like, wow, I can't believe that I'm actually here experiencing something that I learned about in elementary school, or I've gone on YouTube or Discovery Channel and watched all of these aerial, because one of my favorite shows is Aerial, I forget the name of it, but it's the aerial show where they are showing everything from the sky, all the views of every state. And to see it in person was just breathtaking. So I would love to go back there, along with some other places that I've just discovered, that I've watched some shorts on. I think it's another spot that's in Utah or wherever. I think the United States has plenty for me to explore. I don't have to go everywhere else. I'll look on through you all. Definitely do a video. I'm going to watch that and feel like I'm there.
Right. And I agree with you. There is so much to explore in our country. I agree. And there are places in the U.S. that I like to go. And the Grand Canyon is one of them. So I'm glad you had that experience, because everybody I've talked to that have gone, they were like, you cannot deny that there's a God when you go there.
Woo, you cannot at all. And it's so funny. While I was there at one of the higher points, and we had eaten lunch and was sitting out there in just the wind. It's like, is this wind like this all the time? And then the natives there, there's something that they connect with God in that space. And then looking at the clouds, I could see angels in the clouds,
Wow.
the patterns and things. It was just a real humbling, spiritually connected experience for me, and I would love to go back. We were on a bus tour. I could have stayed there all day in that spot. I really could have. Just in ingesting everything, and then seeing the patterns within the canyons and just how it is just formed. It was breathtaking. It really truly was. So I recommend anybody. I'm late in the game because I know a lot of people probably have, but yeah, and I would love to go to the Niagara Falls as well, to see that. That's one of those things that I want to um, be present for, to see that as well. So yeah, that's probably on my bucket list of places.
Just to continue on that, when you brought up Niagara Falls, it made me think of something I just learned this past week, and that is the second largest waterfall east of the Mississippi River is right here in the state of Georgia, and it's second tallest to Niagara Falls. So
Oh,
right here in the state of Georgia, which I didn't know, and it's only 2 hours and 20 minutes away from where I live. So that's
mm-hmm.
on my list to go. It's called Toccoa Falls. So you can look
Okay.
it up, Toccoa Falls, and it says there's a minimal fee to go see it because it's actually on a private property of a college,
Mm-hmm.
Toccoa
Okay.
College, which is a Christian college. So you access it by going through their little gift store. You pay $2 and then you can go. And you don't. It doesn't require a long hike to get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Get there is breathtaking. So I think it would be worth going there for sure.
Definitely, definitely. I'm definitely gonna look and see what each state has, because each state has something that's just beautiful about it. But I want to find some of the lesser known. So to hear that, I'm definitely gonna look into that. I forgot what part of Tennessee, but it's probably closer to Knoxville. Fireflies, fireflies come out in the summertime, but they actually start coming out around late March and April in this specific area in Tennessee. I have to go and see it because they say there are thousands of
Oh,
not dragonflies, but the fireflies that come out. And I said, I want to see that because it's something that I don't really see in my neck of the woods much like I did as a child. But to go and see that this is something that happens in that area yearly, and they have a lot of people that come to view it, that's something that is on my list. I just got to go back through my notes to see exactly where it is. But I think that would be so fun to do. And I'm going to have a crossbody on while I'm out viewing that.
definitely, definitely, for sure. And maybe Dooney Bourke has a design where it has some fireflies on it. Have you thought about that? I know Suz What has, I think, a Dooney that has bees on it, or I know she
Mm-hmm.
bags with different designs and things on it. So you never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something to think about. I've discovered in some of my things of the past that I have some catalogs, Dooney and Bourke catalogs, and I'm hoping I still have some. I remember throwing them away because they used to be huge when they used to come in the mail, and it was like, oh wow! And I used to get one at work, and I used to get one at my apartment, and then it was just like, well, I got to do this. Let me just throw this away. So I'm hoping I can find more of that to see what some of their other previous designs were. Um, because as I stated earlier, somebody has these things. Not everybody is on YouTube or even on Pinterest or wherever sharing these items, but I know it exists. So yeah, that's something to kind of dive into a little bit more. And the bag that I'm looking at is what do they call it? The wallet on a chain from Coach. It actually has dragonflies on it and some other insects, some favorable insects, I'll say, on it. And I thought that was really cute. It kind of fits my personality a little bit, just a little bit.
Now, this is a random question, Denise, and for anybody who's in the chat, how do I get Dooney and Bourke duck stickers? Because I noticed everybody, and I've ordered brand new from Dooney before, and I've never gotten any stickers. So how do you go about getting those little duck stickers that I see everybody have?
Well, one for this week alone, Audrey, you should have been answering. I had a not contest, but a giveaway. I was giving away stickers, duck stickers this week. Today is the last day. Today is the last day.
You know what? This now I have to say this because I know some of the people that watch my channel and I watch their channel. I have to say this. There are so many people in our community, and sometimes it's hard to, support everybody as religiously as you would like to. And that's the one thing I hate about how big our community is, because there's so many
Yeah.
people I love and I want to support, and it's just like there's not enough time in the day because you can't spend all day
Yeah.
media. So I want people to know that please don't think that I'm snubbing anybody, because I love all of you guys. And when I get the time to catch up on videos, I try to do that. I don't always comment, but I do try to do that. But yeah.
And if hopefully everybody understands that across this community, across the platform in itself, because it's a lot, and then our algorithms do whatever they want to do. We really don't have a say in it. And so yeah, I don't get bent out of shape over that at all. And I think that's why it's important to, at least for me, to get to know you all and invite you all in to just chit chat, because I don't get all of the information. I may not be able to watch all of the videos, and vice versa. I don't expect everybody to watch everything, but I like to just be able to connect in this way. So yeah, but back to your question. Um, for me, it has been a journey to collect the stickers that I have. Thinking that if I purchase more, maybe I get more opportunities. It's like, what is it? It's like a sweepstakes, like the lottery. I mean, you never know. You pick your numbers, then you just may not win. But I have been able to get some, and I contacted, because I'm an affiliate for Dooney and Bourke. I've contacted them to get some stickers, and so this week we had a giveaway on my channel where I gave away 3 stickers each day to one wonderful person that answered the trivia question correctly. And so another way is the outlet. So I don't know if you've gone to any of the outlet stores. I know in your area, I don't think there's one in, I think the nearest one for you probably would be between Chicago and, I almost want to say Chicago or Florida, or even somewhere out east.
Yeah, probably Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go to the outlet, if you order from the outlet via the phone, just say, hey, don't forget to throw me some stickers in the box.
Oh,
I did that one time. I forgot. I'm like, dog it. But yeah, there are some people on, because I'm a part of a Facebook group there where they trade stickers. So if you don't have a sticker and they may have one, you vice versa, they trade and do contests as well.
okay.
So yeah, but I'm gonna have to look out for you on it. because I know it's a lot of people that have yet to get stickers. They probably ordered 100 bags. They have not gotten one sticker.
Mhm, mhm.
It's I guess it's definitely a collector's item. It's
Yes.
definitely that. They just released 3 new stickers, and my mom just purchased some stuff to this week, and I got one of the stickers. So
Oh, cute.
yeah, this is one of the newest
Oh,
bags, the Plumeria.
uh-huh.
hmm So I was shocked to get that in the box. I was like, oh wow. So
Nice. There
who knows?
I was
Somebody might be able to get this if they answer today. Today is the last day for the trivia, but I think I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna contact my person over at Dooney Bourke and see if we can get some more stickers and do this giveaway again. So hey, I'm gonna look out for you, Audrey.
all right. Thank you, Sunny.
All right. Do we have any more questions? This is your opportunity to ask whatever you would like to ask Audrey as she is here. Do you have another bag that is on your radar that you are thinking about purchasing?
Oh, that's a good question. On my radar. Hmm. I don't have a particular style that's on my radar, but because I'm trying to curate a kind of a well versed bag collection when it comes to brands, I do want to get a Dior bag, but it's going to more than likely be a vintage Dior bag.
hmm
Um, I like the Lady Dior's. I think they're really nice, but I have one that is a knockoff of it from another brand. So I don't really want to get the Lady Dior, but maybe something from Dior. You know what I mean? So
hmm
I'm trying to think. What's another? I think that's it because I have some from the major houses, design houses.
Okay.
One the major, and that's the only one that I can think of that I don't have. And Celine, I don't really care for it, Celine, so I'm not gonna even venture out to buy a Celine bag. I know that's a top designer, but I mean like Gucci, Fendi, the ones that come to mind when you think designer, Louis Vuitton or whatever.
Yeah.
I think Dior is up there on my list. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I am going to pull up this video real quick of the Americana. I shared it last week. My helper isn't near me today, so I could get her to bring it out, but I don't have her near me. But I'm going to share this. Hopefully, it comes up pretty good. Uh-oh. Let me get this going. I believe this is it. Okay. So I'm going to play this. Um, but this one is an older bag. I'm trying to make this screen. I can't make the screen any bigger. But this is the Americana
Okay.
with the white background. I think others have had it. They have it in the caramel. I think that's the color.
Mhm.
And so the Americana has the various iconic fixtures across the country, and I really like that. I hate I don't have it near me.
I like that bag too, Sunise, and for that very reason, because I mean we are Americans, and if you're a person that likes to travel, you that's kind of like a novelty type bag to have.
Yes,
Love it.
yes,
I know Sus
yes,
has the Americana she
yes.
pieces. I know at least a tote bag that she has.
hmm
Hmm.
Yes, and I really, really wish I had the Weekend or any of the bigger bags of that silhouette or that collection would have been just awesome. But who knows? It
Hmm.
may be on the secondhand market, and it probably is. It's probably astronomical the price for it, but I get it. I'm not willing to do that. Okay, she said she does have that print.
She
Okay, all right.
I want, since we're on here, we have a lot of people who are into collecting bags. There are two brands that I want to mention that are kind of dear to me and for different reasons. So I guess it was back in 2018, there was this very prominent department store, Henry Bendel's in New York, that was closing down after 100 and something years of being, in business, and everybody was on a frenzy to get a piece from them. And I affectionately refer to the name as Henri Bendel because I wanted to put my little French twist on it.
Uh-huh.
If you are genuinely into collecting bags and you want to venture out to get a piece that is not in the Dooney and Bourke, because everybody knows we love Dooney and Bourke, but I think that's a good brand, and you can find it on the resale market if you want. And one of my favorites from that one was this tote. This is a About Town tote with
That is beautiful.
name on it, and has the prominent little stripes that he was known for his bags, because they would put your bags in the stripe bag. So I think that's a brand. And then the other one that I feel like people should get, dropped something. This is nostalgic. This is, you remember that everybody called them Agner, but I think it's Anye. But that's kind of brand if you're thrift shopping to kind of look out for as well.
Wow. Oh, I just remember shoes. I remember shoes by that brand. Oh, wow. I want to say my mom probably had some of those purses too.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking, and my aunts.
I'm one of those people who, because you and I both talked about how we both have Acuras now, and the Acura symbol is the A on the front. I always look for things with A's because it goes along and serve a dual meaning. A for Audrey, A for art, whatever.
Yeah.
So when I see something with an A on it, I'll sometimes gravitate towards it for that reason. I know it's just kind of quirky,
but it's cool because I can't do that. I can't do anything. If it has an S, I'm probably not wanting it. So you got the right letter. Yeah. I can't really find anything that I would like with an S on it. So, and I'm really thinking now, like, no, I'm thinking Subaru, no. Oh, wow. Oh, I forgot about this location. And that's one that is closer to me. And that's the Destin, Florida location. So you're not too far from that at all.
Oh, that's probably about 5 or 6 hours away.
Yeah. Versus trying to go to Orlando. Yeah. That's one place I want to go to, but it's not going to work. Because when I went to Las Vegas, it was like, I want this. I can't live that life. I don't have that discipline, I guess, not to. Hey, honey girl, you part of the Acura gang. All right. Acuras are just the way to go. I love Acura. Actually, Honda was the start for me. What did you have first?
In common. Look at you.
What was your first Honda?
The Honda Civic. What was yours? A Honda Civic?
What color?
Silver.
Okay, I had red.
Oh, what? If I had seen a red Honda back in the day, I would have jumped on it because red and black are my favorite colors.
Yes. And then after that, I acquired what was it? I had a blue Accord coupe.
Wow. That's what my husband had. My husband had an Accord. He had a black Accord. Very sporty with the moon roof and everything. Yeah.
My mom had that one. Yes. And then after that, through the encouragement of my mom, because that's where I get it from, I was doing a lot of traveling in my job, and she was like, nope, I want you to go to the dealership and go get an RDX. And so that's where I went and got the RDX. And I've been in RDX ever since. I'm on my second one, and we're not gonna talk about my mom because she loves Acura as well. Awesome. I think she should work there.
I'm new to the Acura brand, but I'm loving it, girl. I am loving it.
Yes, awesome, awesome. I would love to get the newest model of the oh goodness, I can't even think of it, but the trucks, the SUVs, but it's just that's too much. It's
Yeah.
too much. It's the electric. I think it's the electric one. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that they just came out with. That's just too much. I don't think vehicles shouldn't. If it's priced at that point, I should be able to fly in it, not just on the road. I should go up a little bit.
Right? Yes.
All right. Well, if you all don't have any questions you all want to drop Audrey at this point, I don't want to take up too much more of her time, but I'm so grateful that you were able to come on and laugh it up with me today and share your bag collection. Um, what's the last thing? It was something else I was going to say before my other thought came in. Oh, we got to meet up because I mean, you're close. You're
Definitely.
here. You're here.
Yes. Well, next time I'm in Jackson, I will have to give you a heads up that when we come
Yes.
out, definitely you can show me some of the spots around town that you like to go to. That would be very cool.
Yes, definitely. And then hopefully I can get back to Memphis. It's been on my mind to go back up there. I haven't just yet, but most of the time my encouragement is to go up there to go to Cupcake Cutie and to PF Chang, my favorite spots.
I love the fried green beans from PF Chang's. I don't know
Yes.
if it's an appetizer.
Uh-huh. Yes. It's pretty much everything on the menu. Pretty much everything. So thank you. Don't log off when we're done. But that is it for us today, everyone. Thank you all for coming in. I'm working on next Saturday. We'll see what comes up. It will be the 30th. I think it's the 5th Saturday of June. We had 5 Saturdays. No, it's the 29th. It's the 29th. I'm working on some stuff. So you all stay tuned. Stay tuned. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like this video, share, and I'm pretty sure everybody here is subscribed to Noble Strength. If you're not, definitely make sure that you're subscribed to her channel as well. Because she has a great content, great inspiration. We didn't tap into the spiritual side. I'm going to bring her back and we're going to talk about spirituality a little bit more. She didn't know I was going to do that until I just announced it now. But thank you all, and we will see you soon.
Thank you, Denise.